Hello people. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I use my engineering processes to solve real-world problems with my 3D printer in Autodesk Inventor 2024. And this is a little knob I made for a lamp, as you can see in this video, and it works perfectly. So I'm just going to be showing you guys how I did it. So let's get started. Alright, to get this started, I'm going to go over to the left and click on New, and then English, and then standardinch.ipt. Let's go to Create, and wait for this to load. Now that our part file is opened up, I'm going to go open a 2D sketch and start a sketch on this plane. I'm going to draw a circle in the center and make it go about yay big. Then I'm going to dimension this. And I have some specific dimensions for the application that I'm using, but you guys can change it to whatever you want. So 0.233 inches. Then I'm going to make a outer circle. And I want this to be, let's make it about that big. Go to dimension. So 0.075. I'll just make it 0.1. That'll make it thick enough. I'm going to finish sketch. Now I'm going to go to extrude. And I'm going to extrude this out about 0.309 inches. And I measured this earlier, so this is why I'm using these dimensions in particular. And let's click OK. Now, I'm going to start another 2D sketch right on top here. I'm going to project geometry of this outer circle, and then click Finish Sketch. I'm going to extrude that out about 0.1 inches. Now I'm actually going to edit this sketch that I just made, because I want to add a little bit more to this, and that's okay. So let's add a line right here. Let's make it go out about that far. Let's turn it into a rectangle. Now I'm going to add a constraint, and let's make these two lines equal to each other. There we go. Now if I move these across, they're going to stay pretty symmetrical. And I want that to be, let's see, about 0.2 inches wide. And then from the center of the circle to the end here, I'm going to make that 0.65, just to have some clean numbers. And I'm just doing this based off looks about what I like. And now I'm going to add a fillet in. Let's see. Let's do 0.75. Or 0.075. That looks better. Let's add that in. Now, I am going to finish sketch. I'm going to right click on this. I'm going to share sketch, so it makes the sketch visible again, just so I can see what it looks like. I'm going to double click on this extrusion. I'm going to include this new sketch into it. I'm going to click OK. And now I'm going to use the circle pattern tool. I'm going to click on this upper shape that we made, and then rotation axis, I'm going to click on this main circle right here, or cylinder I guess. I'm going to type 3 into the occurrence count. And click OK, and now I'm going to get something like this. It's kind of like a little fan. Now to make this a little more visually appealing, I'm going to add a fillet to the outside. Let's drag that out to about where we want it. Let's type in 0.03. I think that looks good. Let's click on all these outer edges right here. Now I have this design. I'm going to fillet the bottom as well. There we go. I'm going to click OK. And just for fun, I think I'm going to do one more sketch in the center. I'm going to project geometry of this inner line, and I'm going to extrude that out just a little bit. Let's drag it about 0.05. There we go. And then I'm going to fillet this edge right here. That's good enough. And now I have this part. I'm going to turn off the visibility right here. And I've got this beautiful part that I can add to my lamp. Now, I'm going to come up to the top left over here to File. I'm going to export it. Let's export it to CAD format. Now, I'm going to name it lamp knob. Lamp knob. Let's come down here and change that from .dwg to .stl so I can 3D print this. Let's save it in here, and let's go over to 3D printing. Now that I have Ultimaker Cura popped up, I'm going to come up here to the top left to the File button, click on that. I'm going to go to the file that has my lamp knob STL in it. I'm going to click on that and open it up. It's going to be imported in here into my Ender 5 profile, my 3D printer. Now you can see that it's right here. You can see that it's working perfectly. And I'm going to do a few settings here. You can see my infill density is going to be 20%, and that's the main one that I want to look at. Let's go to temp. Printing temperature is going to be 192, and that seems good for my printer. And now let's go to support and turn support on. And let's change tree to normal support. Now I think that's looking pretty good, so I'm going to slice my file. Now that's done. It didn't take very long because it's a pretty small print. I'm going to click preview down here in the bottom right, and you can see I have all these lines that are going to make up the print. And I can go through and see each layer. It looks like it should work out pretty good. So I can put this on my SD card and load it onto the printer. So as you can see here, it didn't exactly work out perfectly. I had a few layer issues, but I found out the issue was the Bowden tube came out of the printer. So I just had to hook that back up, and it ended up printing fine after that. You can see here, finished up fine. And I got to take it off the bed. And there's support still on there. I took that off, and then I popped it onto the lamp that it's going on to. It works perfectly. I can twist it, and does exactly what I need it to. And I'm very happy with the outcome of this. So, I hope you guys like this video. It's a different one than what I'm used to, but it's kind of showing my design process and engineering process. So, hope you guys liked it. If you guys have any comments or suggestions, you can leave a comment in the comment section of this YouTube video. My Instagram name is going to be in the description of this video as well, and you can message me on there with, comments and concerns. So, have a great day. I hope you have an amazing one, and I will see you later. Goodbye.